see that as like one of your powers, essentially, the ability to laugh at yourself. So it means because you have faced a lot of criticism like over
Yeah.
the years, but you always manage to like just throw it back in people's faces. So I assume that
Uh-huh.
comes from being young.
Absolutely. I come from having to like, if I'm misunderstood, I can defend myself. At least I have a channel. So I'm going to win at dance competitions. I'm going to win at whatever. That at least I was allowed, because I never went to shebeens. I never was sent to buy cigarettes. My mom literally like sheltered me. And she still also didn't teach me how to wash dishes or cook, because she wasn't grooming me for a man later in life, but she groomed me for myself and being able to, and to be able to be independent as a girl child. And I feel like, so by the time anyone tells me anything in the world about what they think of me, the one person who bred me to be this and the one person I would have done anything in the world for besides not be happy is my mother. And she's the one who gave me a blessing. So everyone else will fall in line, because they literally have to adjust to me, because I'm not going to adjust to them. If another thing that always sticks out is when I remember when I was younger, my mom would shout at me for walking behind a group of friends, even if you're going to buy sweets, like innocent things. She'd say, you never follow. You always are in the line learning what the leader's doing for them to follow you, or you're in the front and they're following you, but you never follow. So I get more scolding for that more than anything I would have done that's wrong. But for following, she would just like, no, you do not follow. So I then grew up as a rebel, I think, in general, but one that was not, I wasn't rebelling against things I wasn't allowed to do. I was rebelling against what everyone thought was cool to do, and I would just do my own. But my mom instilled that thing of never following. You don't have to follow. You mustn't follow. Not you don't have to. You must never follow. So without me knowing, I think it's just like one of those things as a kid that just get instilled in you. So then I stayed a virgin in school. Everyone was having sex, didn't have the FOMO. Everyone was clubbing. I was at home and either dance competitions, traveling the country, so the space she created for me didn't help me, didn't make me have FOMO for the things that all the other kids would do. So I just like, I just go home, watch porn if I'm done with rehearsal, put my fairy tale book. And when the girls that engage in sex are asked what is a cock, and they don't know, and I tell them, they think I'm lying because I'm not having sex. I'm just like, y'all are dumb, but it's fine. Because I can't now explain I'm watching porn, might be in more trouble. So
But
yeah.
so obviously, well, what was the situation there? So were you wanting to have sex, but were worried because everyone else was doing it, that was a thing that you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want to do, or yeah, how like what was your thinking at that
Uh-uh.
time?
It was, I don't know if it was a thinking because of something that was instilled by my mom to me. I think I just
Okay.
naturally didn't find things it wasn't peer pressure, because peer pressure would make me force or whatever. It wasn't, do you know, like when you just do things your way because of how you've been brought
Yeah.
up. So it wasn't necessarily a thought process. I just wasn't interested. I thought boys were dumb, and I'd get their numbers and stalk them with different accents on the phone. That was my fun. So, like, do you know what I mean? So
Oh.
it's not like I said I'm not going to do this because they're all doing it. I just wasn't interested, because it was just like, oh wow, you guys think this is the coolest because you're all doing it. Smoking, I wasn't interested because not everyone was really doing it. I just wasn't interested. So it's like I rebelled with a cause. I didn't rebel without a cause. I didn't just because now they're not drinking, I'm drinking. It wasn't like that, but it was like a rebellious personality, but that had a cause, because it wouldn't rebel towards fucked up shit that creates a FOMO that is unnecessary. And maybe because there
Yeah,
was never enough time for me to be in the streets to be like the other children. That's what my mom took me away from. So therefore, that already protected me, because I already had a channel. I didn't have to go to a shebeen or have to date to have to spend my time. My time was already occupied. So I didn't, I wasn't bored to try out shit that I would have if I had time. Nor did I have FOMO, because I could have dated at the dance class. So it was like my time was occupied with things that were so much more fun and interesting and were building my personality to become the person I am now.